Hey everyone, welcome to Homeschool, and this is your part 14 on a chapter Light, Reflection and Refraction. So we have completed the 13 parts, like various concepts have been covered. If you want to watch all of them, just click the link that is provided in the description area. Okay, coming to this part, you might have come to know the topic which is right there on a board, that is sign convention of spherical lenses. Okay, say all the study about the lenses is exactly similar to the mirrors. There are certain few differences, right? If you can compare and study, then it will become very easy for you. We have already studied sign conventions for spherical mirrors. So exactly in a similar way, you will have sign conventions for spherical lenses. Okay, so what do you mean by sign convention here? Sign convention is nothing but giving positive or negative sign for various measurements. Yes or no? So what do you mean by measurements here? We will have to measure the distance between the object, right, and the optical center. You will have to measure the focal length distance. Yes or no? You will have to sometimes measure the distance of image formation. All these are the measurements involved in case of lenses. Okay, say all these measurements are given with a particular sign, just to differentiate in which side object has been kept or in which side image has formed, what is the type of image formed, whether it is erect, inverted or virtual, real, everything you can actually come to know with the help of signs. Okay, say all the numericals that you calculate in this particular chapter, either by using a mirror formula or by using a lens formula that you will study later, all these calculations require sign convention. If you do not have idea about sign convention, it is highly impossible to solve the numericals or problems that are there in this chapter. So it's very much necessary to understand what sign has to be given for what measurement. Okay, say when you measure an image distance, what is the sign you have to give? When you want to talk about the distance of object, what sign have to be there? For focal length, what sign has to be there? This is a very important thing one must understand, right? Okay, see, in case of mirrors, we have studied, say for example, I will take a concave mirror. Okay, all the measurements you will measure from pole, right? Say if you want to measure the object distance, you will measure from pole. If you want to measure the focal length, you will measure from pole. Whatever image is formed from a mirror, that also you will measure from a pole, right? Like that, in case of lenses, remember all measurements are measured from optical center, that is O. Okay, so write this point carefully. All measurements are measured. They are measured from which center, guys? From optical center. Optical center. This is a very important thing. Okay, and now let us see what signs are given for what measurements in case of convex lens as well as concave lens. Okay, let us study that. So first and foremost, this side I will consider convex lens, right? And here let me consider concave lens. So separately we will come to know the signs that has to be given for different measurements. Okay, so how do you represent a convex lens, right? This is something like this. Exactly, this is the center. We call it with O, optical center. and this is our focus point F1. It will have two focus and two center of curvatures, right? And this side the focus is F2, and this side the center of curvature is 2F2, right? Fine. And you see here, if I apply Cartesian plane here, say imagine this is your y axis. Imagine the principal axis is your x-axis, right? And all these values, this side, whatever the things are there, all of them are positive values, right? Cartesian plane, xy plane, you all know, you have done the graphs in the mathematics where you know which side have to be considered with what sign, right? So this is a positive x-axis side, and this is a negative x dash. This is a negative x-axis side. Yes or no? So whatever measurements that come this side, positive x-axis, will have positive sign. Whatever measurements are there this side, it will have negative sign. And now, in case of convex lens, tell me where will you keep your object? Definitely, object you will keep this side. Yes or no? Okay. And in other way also you can remember, and this is the left side of a lens, and this is the right side of a lens. Okay. Actually, Cartesian way of remembering is very convenient thing, right? And if you feel like you don't know about the Cartesian plane and all, you can just remember this way. This is your lens, right? Left side of a lens. So whatever measurements you do this side, left side, you have to consider them with a negative sign. And whatever measurements that you do in the right side have to be a positive. They are positive values, and this side you will have a negative values. Okay. Or you can remember in another way, right? So what is that another way? Object you will keep this side, all incident rays you will try to pass this side, right? Say whichever measurements that you are doing in a side where incident rays are coming, whichever measurements that you are doing in a side where incident rays are coming, say those measurements in a side where incident rays are coming are considered to have a negative sign, and the opposite side measurements have to be taken with positive values. Okay, all measurements of left side of a lens, or I can say the side from which incident rays hit, okay, are taken with a negative sign, okay. So that means this side only, no, we pass incident rays, right? So whatever measurements that come this side are taken with a negative sign, right? And the next point is all measurements of right side of a lens, or the side opposite to incident rays, okay. Incident rays, say actually Cartesian way of remembering is best. This is your positive x-axis, so all measurements of this side is positive, this is negative x-axis, all measurements of this side is negative. Say if you feel difficult to remember that, if you stand like this is your left side, this is your right side, right? So all measurements of left side is negative, all measurements of right side is positive. If you feel this also is difficult to remember, then you can say that, anyway, incident rays will come from this side. The side where incident rays come, that side, whatever measurements that you are doing, they are considered with a negative side. The opposite side considered with positive sign. Okay, there are 3 tricks for you. Any trick you can remember, right? Fine. So what did I write you? The side opposite to incident rays are considered, okay, or taken with positive sign, are taken with positive sign. Okay, fine. And now let us figure out, okay, what is the sign that has to be given for object distance, image distance, height of an object, etc. in case of convex lens. Okay, so this is your convex lens, right? And can you give a sign for object distance? U in the sense what? Object distance. No, you know this because already you studied the mirror, so you know the terms. U in the sense object distance. So where will you place the object always? You will place object always in the left side. That is, you place the object here, so incident rays will pass from object to the lens, right? Say this side you will place the object. See, negative x-axis side. That means object distance is always given with a negative sign. Clear? Fine. And coming to the image distance. V in the sense image distance. So in case of convex lens, you are keeping your object here, incident rays are coming, this side refraction occurs. Okay. And in case of convex, it is a convergence that you will observe. Yes or no? Refracted rays, wherever they meet, their image is formed. So refracted rays meet this side. That means image is always formed in the right side. Okay, image is formed in the side opposite to the incident rays always. You remember the ray diagrams of convex lens? 6 cases are there, where in the 5 cases image is formed this side only, right? So here if the image is real image, okay, this side wherever the refracted rays meet, image is forming, right? And such an image is called real image. So real image distance is always considered with a positive sign because it is falling in the positive x-axis. Okay, so the image distance, if it is a real image, it has to be considered with positive sign. Okay, if it is a virtual image, okay, virtual image in the sense, the last case of convex lens, just try to think of, you will get virtual image and that virtual image is exactly in the side where object is kept. So this side negative x-axis, you have to take a negative value. So the image distance, if the image is virtual, then it will always have a negative sign. Okay, fine. And what about our focal length? That is f value. So there are two focus, one is f1 and f2, but you will consider the focus of this side because incident rays are coming, refracted rays are meeting here, image is forming here, no? So this side focal length is what we always consider, and that is a positive value. So focal length is always a positive value in case of, convex lens. In case of convex lens. Okay. See, object distance is always negative. Image, if it is a real image, positive value you will get in this case. If it is a virtual image, negative value you will get in this case. But focal length, this focal point we consider this side. So it's always a positive value. You have to consider the focus point where refracted rays are meeting. Refracted rays always converge in case of convex. Okay, so refracted rays always meet at this side, right? That's why focal point of this side we consider. Since it is this side, you will have a positive value. Clear? So at least U value, V value and focal length value is very important to remember. Okay, and coming to the value of height of the object. If I have to speak about height of the object is always positive in this case. Object height, y-axis, it is falling on the positive y-axis. You will have a positive value for height of the object. Okay, and height of the image. Okay, if it is a real image, it will be inverted. Real image is always inverted, right? Inverted in the sense, this is how it forms. Say this measurement, if I have to measure, I'll take it here. Which axis it is? It is a negative y-axis, right? So you will have a negative value. But if it is a virtual image, you know, you will have a positive value. Anyway, okay, more than this point, you know, these three things you have to remember for the calculation. Okay, if it is a convex lens, always u value is negative. V value, if it's a real image, it's a positive value. If it is a virtual image, negative. Focal length is always positive. Okay, so at least 3 points, these 3 points are very important. And now coming to the concave lens, and let us see the signs of V, U and F. Okay, so this is our concave lens, and we know this is F1, this is 2F1, and this is F2, this is 2F2. Okay, and this is you know, positive x-axis, and this is your negative x-axis. All measurements of this side are considered to be positive. All measurements of this side you have to consider as negative. We know this. Okay, and now object distance, u value. Okay, where will you keep your object? This side. Or object is always kept on left side. That is one important rule that you have to remember. Since object is always kept at this side, object distance is always negative. And what about V value? That is image distance. Okay, V in the sense image distance. So where will the image is formed in case of concave lens? Do you remember? Incident rays actually diverge. So we have projected the refracted rays, we have extended the refracted rays this side. Wherever they were meeting, that point image is formed. Images are always virtual images in case of concave lens, right? Images are always formed this side, if you can remember the ray diagrams. So this side in the sense what? V is also always negative. Okay, U is always negative here. V is also always negative, guys. So these points are very important to remember. Clear? And what about F here? Say, since refracted rays are meeting this side, they are not originally meeting, we are imagining by extending the refracted rays of this side, you know, this side they have a meeting point, right? So focus of this side only we consider. So here F is also negative. F is also always negative. So these three guys are always negative in case of concave lens. Okay, so the difference between the measurements of convex and concave is very, very important, especially the signs. So with the help of these signs, we are going to calculate exactly at what position image is formed. Okay, with the help of a formula called lens formula. In case of mirror, you have studied mirror formula. Here we are going to study the lens formula. Right? So students, what is the use of lens formula here? Using lens formula, we can find the exact position of an image, right? Exact position of an image. Say, ray diagrams will give you some idea. It will give an idea about where is image forming, like whether image is forming between C and F, or it is beyond the center of curvature, whatever it is. Some idea it will give, but exactly at what position, at what distance from optical center image is forming, that if you want to find out, you know, we use this lens formula. Just like the mirror formula we studied in case of mirrors. Can you be able to recall what was the mirror formula? It was simple. 1 by F is equal to 1 by V plus 1 by U. Right? So this was our mirror formula. Lens formula is 1 by F is equal to 1 by V minus 1 by U. Okay, remember, this is our lens formula. So what is the difference between mirror formula and lens formula? Just this sign, guys. 1 by V plus 1 by U is mirror formula. 1 by V minus 1 by U is lens formula. Okay, fine. So here we all know what is F. F is a focal length and V is what? Image distance, right? We no need to discuss this. U is object distance. So all this we know, we studied in mirrors in detail, right? We have solved some numericals also. So here also we will be solving some numericals, and let us finish off the concept of magnification also. After this, we will go for the numericals. So what do you mean by magnification produced by lenses? You know, we have seen many cases in case of convex as well as cases in case of concave. Size of the image is not similar to the size of the object, right? Say for example, in case of convex lens, if the object is of some size, sometimes you have got a very small sized images, inverted images, sometimes very much big images you have got, right? So magnification is nothing but how many times the image size has become smaller or bigger compared to the original size of the object. Okay, it is a comparison between the size of image and object. Okay, so magnification will always talk about how much factor the image size has become smaller or bigger. Let me write it. We have discussed in case of mirrors also the same concept here. Once again, I am repeating. That's it. Okay, so it will always talk about how many times the size of the image become smaller or bigger compared to size of object. Like it will talk about the extent in which the size has become smaller or bigger. Like has the image has become 2 times smaller, or is our image has become 3 times bigger, 1 time bigger, 4 times bigger? You know, this is what you can find out from magnification. That is what the meaning of magnification here. Okay, so to find out by how much factor, to what extent the image size decreased or increased, we will have a magnification formula. What is the magnification formula? It is nothing but height of image. This also we studied in case of mirrors, right? Height of image, I'll call it as HI, divided by height of object, which I call it as HO, right? And we know that whenever there are certain note that has to be remembered, okay, when HI has become, you know, HO, then in that case M value will be equal to 1, right? Say when M value is equal to 1, what does this mean? HI, height of the image, has become equal to the height of the object. Okay, fine. And you know, whenever M value is greater than 1, okay, M greater than 1, what does this mean? Greater than 1, when do you get? When the numerator value is greater than denominator, right? So what is there in a numerator? Height of the image. So whenever you get the value more than 1, right, what does this indicate? Height of image is greater than, okay, you will have greater image than object. Okay, height of the image is greater than object height. So this is what the meaning. And whenever M value is lesser than 1, it is opposite. That is, height of image is lesser, okay, lesser than height of object. Okay, so this is one note that you have to remember. Say if you have studied detailedly in case of mirrors, then no need to remember. The same thing I am repeating here, that's it. Okay, and one more point, try to remember, if m value is positive, this indicates that it's for always virtual and erect images. So whenever an image is positive, then it means the image is virtual and erect. So whenever m value is negative, it indicates that the image is real and inverted. So if you can remember these points, it will be very much helpful for you for the numericals. Okay, so try to remember what happens when m is greater than 1, what is the meaning when m is lesser than 1. So what is the meaning for positive value of m, negative value of m, and how to find out m. M is equal to hi divided by h naught. Okay, height of the image divided by height of the object. And you have another formula for calculating m, that is m is equal to v by u. Do you remember in case of mirrors we have used m is equal to minus v by u, right? This is for mirrors. Okay, and this formula is for lenses. Tell me what is the difference? Here you had minus sign, here you don't have minus sign. Okay, actually this is the formula we frequently keep using to calculate magnification value, to calculate to how much extent image size decreased or increased compared to object size. Clear? So this is all about magnification. So we spoke about sign convention, we know what is lens formula, we got to know about magnification. About magnification, no change. Whatever we studied in case of mirrors, no, the same thing is there. Yeah. Now let us see few questions based on this concept. Coming to the first question, a concave lens has a focal length of 15 centimeter. At what distance should object from the lens be placed so that it forms an image at 10 centimeter from lens? Find magnification produced by lens. See what is given? Focal length is given. Let me write our given things here. Focal length is given, that is 15 centimeter. Let us work it out with the sign later. First note it down. And at what distance should object from the lens be placed? That means, you know what, they are actually asking you u. And did they give you v distance? V is nothing but image distance. See, it forms an image at 10 centimeter. So v is given, that is 10 centimeter. And now what is the sign of f in case of concave lens? Right? Say f is always negative. All the three are always negative, right? This is what we studied in case of concave lens. V is also negative. U is always negative in case of convex as well as concave, right? So both are negative. What you have to find? U you should find. And also you should find the value of magnification. M value also they are asking. First, let us find U value. Okay, so how do you find? Lens formula. What is our lens formula? 1 by f is equal to 1 by v minus 1 by u. What you have to find? U you should find. So what you will do? Rearrange the formula. 1 by u is equal to 1 by v minus 1 by f. So 1 by u is equal to 1 by v. What is the value of v? Minus 10. Minus f value is minus 15. So what is the LCM? So instead of selecting an LCM, what the easiest method I follow is multiply this and this. 10 into 15, it's 150. Right? Then in the numerator, what you have to write? You know, whatever is there this side, 15, right? So write here 15. What is the sign that is there here? Minus. So minus 15. Minus of whatever the digit is there here, write this side. So what is that? 10. What is the sign here? Minus. You know, just this is a cross multiplication method. So instead of selecting a number for LCM and then thinking with what it will get multiplied, you know, rather than that, I feel this is much easier. Just multiply this with this. Okay. Then in the numerator, write like 150, right? 10 15s are 150. So 15 minus, and 15 tens are 150. Just this number is going here. This number is coming here. That's it. Careful with the sign. Okay. Fine. So minus 15. This is 1 by u is equal to minus 15 minus into minus plus divided by 150. So you would get 1 by u is equal to, let me write properly, 1 by u is equal to minus 15 plus 10. It is, minus 5 by 150, right? So that will be 5 ones are and 5 threes are 15, 0, right? So 1 by u is equal to minus 1 by 30. So u is equal to minus 30 centimeter. See, automatically you got minus value for u, because object distance is always negative. Object distance is always kept this side. Object is kept this side. It's on a negative x-axis, right? Fine. So one answer we have got, u is equal to minus 30 centimeter, right? Fine. And what is m here? How do you find out m? M is equal to v by u. This is the formula that we always use in the problems to calculate m, rather than using height of the object and height of the image. That they have not given here, right? That's the reason we are not using height of the image divided by height of the object formula. We are using v by u. So what is v here? Careful with the sign. Take with the sign. V is, minus 10, right? Minus 10. U is minus 30. So ones are, threes are. Negative sign gets cancelled, right? So m is equal to how much? Plus 0.33. Right? So this is the value for magnification. And can you tell me what is the nature of image? Is the image virtual or real? You can check that with the help of the value of magnification. Yes or no? You see here, m value is positive. If m value is positive, the nature of image is virtual, right? It is always virtual. The virtual images are always erect. And you see, it's a concave lens. In a concave lens, two cases are there. Both the cases, virtual images are formed. Do you remember the ray diagrams? And you can also find the nature of image with the value of v. Okay, v is negative here. V is equal to negative. In the sense, it's a real image. Okay, so in concave, object is here, image is also formed. Refraction is taking place here. The rays are diverging, but they are meeting this side, right? And this side, whatever values are there, this is a negative x-axis, all will be negative. So virtual image, virtual and erect, with the help of magnification sign also you can find out. And now can you tell me whether height of the image is greater or height of the object is greater? You have to see this value. Actually, magnification value has two parts. One is the sign, another one is this particular number. Sign will tell what is the nature of image, whether it is virtual or erect. The number will tell you whether the image is greater than object or object height is greater than image. Okay, you see the number 0.33. M value is lesser than 1 here, right? If M value is lesser than 1, what does this mean? M value is less than 1 here. Less than 1. 0.3 means less than 1. This implies, image, height of the image is lesser than height of the object. Okay, how many times height of the image is lesser? 0.33 times. Okay, so what I will write here is image height is 0.33 times lesser than object height. Height is nothing but object height or size. Height is nothing but size here. Okay, Got to know? So that is how you have to give the answer. If nature is asked, you can find that with the help of sign of magnification. Sign will tell you the nature. Number will tell you whether image size is greater or object size is greater. Okay. So this is where you have to be very, very careful. Right? So coming to the next problem. So the question carefully. A 2 centimeter tall object is placed. Height of the object is given. How much? 2 centimeter. So 2 centimeter tall object is placed perpendicular to principal axis of convex lens. Right? You have a convex lens and 2 centimeter object is placed. Fine. Of a focal length 10 centimeter. Okay, so for the convex lens, this is the focal length. F2 focal length is what we consider, no? So how much? 10 centimeter is the focal length. The distance of the object from lens is 15 centimeter. So what is this distance? Distance between optical center and object is how much, guys? It is 20 centimeter. Sorry, 15 centimeter. Right? Fine. Find the nature. Nature in the sense you have to tell whether the image is virtual or real. Position. Okay, position in the sense image position, that is V, you have to calculate. Size of the image. Size of the image is nothing but height of the image, guys. Remember this. Whenever they ask you to calculate size of the image, you should calculate height of the image. Size is nothing but height here. Also find magnification, that is M value. So let us list out what is given initially. So what is given here? Height of the object. Height of object. What is object height, guys? HO. What is HO value? 2 centimeter. Fine. And focal length F is given. F is equal to 10 centimeter. Can you able to recall what sign you have to give for the focal length? You see, focal length, this focal length we are considering. This is in the positive x-axis, right? So positive focal length you will have always in case of convex lens. Clear? So I will take plus 10 centimeter. Then object distance U is given how much? 15 centimeter. Object distance is always negative. Always negative. Clear? Fine. And okay, what they are asking you to calculate? V they are asking. And height of the image. This is what we mean by size. This they are asking. And also they are asking magnification value. That means how much difference is there between height of the image and height of the object. Where is object height? Here. Okay. How many times image height is lesser or greater than object height? We need to find that also. Right. So first let us try to find out our V value. So how do you find out V value? It's always by lens formula. So what is our lens formula? 1 by F is equal to 1 by V minus 1 by U. Right. So 1 by V is equal to how much? 1 by F plus, I'm bringing this here. So 1 by U. So 1 by F. F value is how much? Plus 10 centimeter plus 1 by U. U value is how much? Minus 15 centimeter. So how do you calculate, guys? 10 into 15, 150. So here 15, right? So 10 15s are 150. So 15 I'll put here. This plus sign minus, because here minus is there. 15 10s are 150, right? Okay. So plus 15 minus 10. So that is 5, right? 5 by 150. V is equal to 5 divided by 150. So 5 1s are 3s are 1 by 30 you will get. 1 by V is equal to 1 by 30 you will get. So V is equal to 30 centimeter. V is equal to 30 centimeter. See, V is a positive sign. Positive sign in the sense definitely image is formed this side. In case of convex lines, the image that is formed this side is a real image, right? Wherever refraction is occurring, their image is forming in the sense, such an image is always real image. Okay, so from the sign of V, we can say that the image is real. Real images are always inverted. So what is the nature of image? Real and inverted. So we got to know the nature also here, right? Fine. So first question is over. We found V. Later, let us find out size. Okay. So to find out the size, we are finding size of image now. Size of image we are finding. Observe carefully. We know the formula, height of the image divided by height of the object, right? This is the magnification formula actually, right? So this is also equal to, we write the formula either this or V by U, right? So let me consider my formula for finding size is HI by HO, which is also equal to V by U. Any one thing we will use for finding magnification. So this is equal to this. What we know here, we know height of the object. They gave you 2 centimeter. We know V, just now we found it is 30 centimeter. We know U also. U is given in a question, that is minus 15 centimeter. Can't you find out height of the image now? Right? So height of the image is equal to V by U into height of the object. V is what? V is 30 centimeter. U is what? Remember, with the sign you have to write minus 15 centimeter, minus 15 into height of the object. Height of the object is how much? 2 centimeter. Right? So how much do you get? 1s are 2s are. So 2 into 2, 4. Minus sign, don't forget. Height of the image is minus 4 centimeter. See here, minus 4 centimeter. Image height is 4 centimeter. Forget about this sign. This sign will actually tell that image is inverted. Okay. See, you are getting minus 4 centimeter. Image height is 4 centimeter. Since it is inverted, you are getting a negative value. Yes or no? All this, if you can remember, we have discussed in case of sign convention. Sign convention we have discussed. Height of the image negative means it is a real image. Negative value indicates that it is a real image. Okay, you see, height of the image is 4 centimeter. Height of the object is 2 centimeter. That means image height is more than the object height. Image is actually enlarged image here. Okay, so this is the method to find out size of the image or height of the image. Clear, right? Now they asked one more thing. Magnification also they asked. So how do you find magnification? M is equal to V by U. Or now you know height of the image, height of the object. You can also use the formula HI divided by HO. Height of the image by height of the object. Anything you can use. You get the same answer. See, V is how much? V is 30. Okay. U is how much? U is minus 15. Minus 15. So M is equal to minus 2 centimeter. Sorry, no units. M is equal to minus 2 you will get. Here also same thing. Height of the image is how much? 4. Minus 4. Height of the object 2. So here also M is equal to 2 you will get. Any one method you use. Either this formula you can use this. You are using this formula because in this question just now you calculated height of the image and in the question they gave you height of the object. But most of the times this they won't give you, right? So always you use V by U. Right? So you got minus 2. What does this minus sign indicate? Minus sign indicate that the image is real and inverted. Real and inverted. What does this 2? 2 is greater than 1, right? If m value is greater than 1, what does this indicate? Image height is greater than object height. There is a proof. Image height is 4 centimeter, object height is 2 centimeter. So image is 2 times enlarged. What does this 2 mean? Image is 2 times enlarged than object. Okay, so this is our conclusion for magnification here. Image is 2 times enlarged. 2 you got, greater than 1 means image height is greater than object height. How many times greater? 2 times greater than object height. Okay, see, so much concept is involved. Not just the calculation, guys. In this chapter, if you know the concept thoroughly, you can understand the question, then only you can give the answer. You have something to calculate and you have some concept to understand, and based on that, you have to give your answers. Okay, and here every sign has a meaning, every number has a meaning. This you will understand only when you know the concept thoroughly and exactly. Clear? So these are the 2 problems I gave you. You know, questions will be like this only. Even in the board examination, you will not get the same question, but similar questions you get. I have covered all the models. Okay. So let us meet up in the next video, and do subscribe our channel to learn the concepts in the easiest way and in a detailed way. Thank you so much.